were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Carolina Panthers. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Zebra. Hey, my 7.
Out of the gun, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set. 280.
Mike 5-4. Here it comes. Mike 54.
10.
54. Let's go, man. Let's go. Watch
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And the sack by one of the... Boy. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long.
22.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
Hey, echo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing is Stafford. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now, first and 10 at their own 16. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 22, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing is Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 7. Force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. On first down, Stafford here. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to the air, Stafford on second down. Caught on the right side by Jones. Marvin Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 71 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
20.
Now Newton on first down. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. On second down, McCaffrey. These two teams all tied after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety.
Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Forced out to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Second and 2. Watch 54. He's scared. Showing it. Showing it.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Middle.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Set. Get a 20. Middle.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
59. 65. Hey.
Check Mike. 54. Mike.
So they will go for it. Stafford. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Dontari Poe marked.
It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Here we go. Right in. Hey.
To throw is Newton. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was.
And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that's a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Gerald McCoy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
22.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford being chased out left and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just... McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 76 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Gerald McCoy, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On 1st and 10, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now it's Newton. Just keeping the play alive. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs. Board right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short, showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Bound to lose 1.
Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their...
Guys in offensive line, they'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints at their own 25-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Breeze now on 1st down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A second down run with Lewis. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready, move, one. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Hey, alert 3.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
1. 6, 1.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Ginn. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing now is Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
March 47. Smoke 47.
1st down, Mariota. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Breeze. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 78 yards. And the Saints have retaken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 12 yards there and a first down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing is Mariota. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mariota gives to Henry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got you, boy.
A final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harold Landry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. To try again after the sack. Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Breeze's throw on target to Cook. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 33 yards that time.
Ready. Climb 8. Watch it, 5. Squeeze, double.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
7 yards there and a first down. They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. On second down, it's Lewis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 3.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Breeze now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who can also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And Davis with it left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On first down, Henry. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's Breeze to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Breeze. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know if I can go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people loved it, right? Anybody who's going to touch the ball, gain yards, maybe put more points on the board, they're happy that they kept it and did that. So, very interesting deal there, but I'm with you on that one. Maybe he just says, what the heck, we can't lose. Let's go ahead and keep trying to win or add to our lead.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, it's
a breakaway for Michael Thomas. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Henry, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Cameron Jordan, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They run it again with Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Go! Watch out, watch out.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking long for Thomas. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So that'll just about do